Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be working through our full moon yoga flow for March. This month's full moon is in Virgo, which is my sun sign, very earthy, grounded vibes, which is great because there's a lot of energy shifting, a lot of planets moving. So the Virgo energy is welcomed as we all might be feeling a little scattered and crazy. So this flow is going to be very grounding, very slow flow, restorative vibes. If you have a yoga bolster, that will be helpful for this flow, as well as a yoga blanket and some blocks. So grab all the props, bring them to your mat, and then if you'd like, grab onto a journal and a pen and stay after for some introspection as well as some oracle guidance from my full moon deck, which is an Herbal Astrology deck. It's my favorite. I've been doing this for the past few months and I really, really love it. So go ahead and grab your props and get on your mat and we'll get started. Alright friends, so let's go ahead and get started with this class. We're going to start at an easy seat, legs crossed, nice long spine. Just start to close the eyes and slow the breath down. Growing tall with each inhale, and each exhale, relaxing the shoulders down the spine. Just starting to silence the mind as you slow the breath. Start to tuck the chin to the chest, just stretching the back of the neck. And bring one hand on your heart space, the other on the belly. And just take a few breaths, stretching the back of the neck. Bring the hands back to the knees and start to kind of roll the head over to the right side and then all the way back and around, kind of like you're drawing a big circle in the sky. Stretching each side of the neck as we go. Maybe pausing anywhere that you feel tension. Just continuing to make these big circles for the next few breaths. Make one more big circle of the neck. Then bring the head back to center. Start to kind of flutter your eyes open and start to roll the shoulders up to the ears and then down and back the spine. Good. One more big roll of the shoulders. And then we're going to roll onto our shins and find a tabletop position. I'm going to move my bolster out of the way. So hands are stacked under shoulders, knees under hips, and we'll start our cat-cows. So on your inhale, push your chest forward, tip the tailbone up, open through the throat space. Exhale, arch the spine all the way up to the sky, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, drop the belly, push the chest forward, open through the throat. Exhale, push the hands into the mat, arch the spine all the way up to the sky, tuck the tailbone. Good, inhale, cow pose, opening through the front body. And now just kind of keep moving with your own breath. Inhaling, opening through the front of the body, and exhaling, opening through the back of the body. Going as fast or as slow as you like. Really feeling your mat underneath the hands and the knees. Rooting yourself into this mat, into the earth. Good. Go ahead and find one more of each, and then find a neutral spine in your tabletop. Start to walk the hands forward, curl the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Kind of pedaling the feet out here. Since it's our first down dog, really pushing the fingers into the mat. And maybe bringing the feet wider, noticing how that feels. Maybe more space for your thighs or your belly. Take a deep breath in with me. And on your exhale, walk the feet forward to the hands. Finding a forward fold at the top of your mat. And just kind of letting yourself hang heavy there, maybe swaying left to right. Good. And while you're hanging in your forward fold, grabbing your blocks, bringing them to the highest setting, which is this tall setting right here, and placing both of them in front of you. And just swaying left to right a few more times. Really feeling the earth below you, rooting the toes into the mat. Start to push the feet into the mat, bend through the knees, roll yourself all the way up, finding a mountain pose at the top of your mat. Good. We're going to do little standing vinyasas. So inhale the arms up to the sky, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fall forward. Hands come to your blocks, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on blocks, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Good. Push your feet into the mat, bend through the knees, roll yourself up. Arms go all the way up to the sky, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Push the feet into the mat, bend to the knees, roll yourself up. Arms go all the way out and up to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, fall forward, forward fold. Hands on blocks. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Push the feet into the mat, bend to the knees, roll yourself up one last time. Arms go up to the sky. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fall forward. Hands to blocks. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. And exhale, fold. Good. Kind of move your blocks off the mat. Bringing both hands to the mat. Both feet go back. Find a plank pose. Lowering your knees if you'd like. Hugging the elbows close to the body. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhaling cobra. Lift the chest off the mat. Open the chest forward. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Toes curl under. Hips go to the sky. Downward facing dog. Kind of pedaling the feet out here. Pedaling the feet out in your down dog. Then slowly lower the knees wide. Big toes touch, child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Again, just kind of feeling the earth below you, letting it hold you, rooting into the mat, and just slowing the breath down here. And now we're going to come to a cobra pose from child's pose. So you're going to kind of start to crawl the torso forward, come all the way to your belly, Using both hands, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest off the mat, open forward. Good. Drop the chest back down to the mat and push yourself up to a downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep breath in with me. And exhale, release the knees to the mat, child's pose. Just taking a few deep breaths here. And start to kind of crawl yourself forward, find that cobra pose. This time, arms go wide off the mat. Elbows are pointed to the sky, chest is open. Squeeze the glutes, push the tops of the feet into the mat, and peel the chest off the mat a little bit higher. Open the throat up, and release yourself down. Make a pillow with the hands. Just bring one cheek to your pillow. And just start to kind of shake the hips left to right. Really rooting them into the mat. Let's do that again. So both hands come out to the side, elbows point up to the sky. Squeeze the legs towards the midline, push the feet into the mat, and peel the chest off the mat. Open the throat up to the sky. Good, and release yourself down. Make a pillow with your hands. Opposite cheek comes to the pillow. Just kind of start to wiggle the hips left to right. Good. Bring both hands under the shoulders, curl the toes under, and lift yourself up to a downward facing dog. And slowly release the knees to the mat, child's pose. Crawl yourself forward, find that cobra pose, torso comes to the mat. Squeeze the legs, lift the chest off the mat. And then curl the toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Good, now we're going to move to a supported pigeon pose. So you're going to want to grab onto your bolster and bring it to the top of the mat. And then you're going to want to grab your yoga blanket, or just any blanket, or even a pillow, works great. You're going to want to fold it nice and thick. Thickness kind of depends on your hips, but I like mine about that thick. Excuse me. And place it kind of at a 45-degree angle on the right side of the mat. We're going to move to that pigeon pose. So I like to start in down dog. Inhale my right leg up to the sky. And then drive that knee through to the bolster. Kind of situate my blanket so that it's underneath this opposite hip, the right hip, as I square my hips to the front. Kind of grow tall through my pigeon. And then when you're ready, start to fold yourself over that knee. Just bringing the forehead to the mat. Slowing the breath. Just taking a few moments of silence here. Breathing into the hips, relaxing them to the mat. Just kind of letting your mat hold you, surrendering to the props. Just taking a few moments of silence here. Start to bring the hands under the shoulders and peel the chest off the knee, opening it towards the front. We're going to release to a three-legged dog. So bring your hands to the mat, lift your hips up, curl the back toe under, and then kind of shoot that right leg all the way up to the sky. And release it to meet the left, kind of pedal the feet out. Reset. Move your blanket over to the other side. Inhale the left leg up to the sky this time. Drive that knee through to the hands. Planting that blanket right under the hip. Squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Using both hands to kind of grow tall. And then when you're ready, forearms come to the bolster. And just release your body to the mat. Again, with each breath, kind of trying to relax the hips down. And just fully surrendering yourself to the props and enjoying these few moments of silence. Perfect. Begin to bring the hands under the shoulders, lift the chest off the knee. Releasing to a three-legged dog, pushing the hands into the mat, curling the back toes under, lifting the hips up, and shooting that left leg all the way up to the sky. Then releasing it to meet the right, downward facing dog. And then finding a child's pose, moving the props off the mat. Good. Then slowly start to find your way to your back. Maybe just rolling to one side. Palms of the feet are on the mat. Just start windshield wiping your legs left to right here. And then draw the knees towards the chest, grabbing onto them with both hands and kind of squeezing, giving yourself a hug. And gently rocking left to right, massaging the lower back, melting that stress away, that energy from the full moon. Just letting it release into our mat, into the earth. And then slowly letting both knees fall over to the right side. Little recline twist. Arms go out to a T. Just relaxing into this pose. Maybe closing the eyes, slowing the breath. releasing, surrendering, honoring yourself where you're at today. Start to bring the knees back to center, giving yourself that hug, squeezing them towards the chest, just rocking left to right, releasing what you need to into the mat and letting it go. And then letting both knees fall over to the left side this time. Arms go out to a T. Just slowing the breath, closing the eyes. Enjoying this nice, gentle twist. Slowly start to bring the knees back to center. Giving yourself that hug one last time, squeezing the knees towards the chest. Just rocking gently left to right. And then releasing the legs, letting them go long. And setting yourself up for Shavasana. I'm going to put a bolster under my knees today. Use my blanket to kind of cover me. Get nice and comfy. In a lying down position, hands can be on the belly or out to the side. Just make sure you're comfortable and supported here. We're going to start by closing the eyes and just slowing the breath down. Breathing in nice and deep on your inhales. And on your exhales, squeezing all of the air out of the lungs, kind of like you're wringing a sponge. And just complete a few rounds of that even, deep breathing. In and out through the nose. Find one more deep breath. Then just release the breath. Breathe normally. And now I'll do a quick body scan with you, and then I'll leave you to a few moments of silence. So relaxing each part of the body as we go. Starting with the toes, relaxing the toes. Then the ankles, the calves. Releasing the kneecaps. Relaxing the thighs. The hips release to the mat. The belly is soft and moving with each breath. The heart space is open. The shoulders are relaxed into the mat. The arms are weightless. The hands are soft. The throat is open. The jaw unclenches. The cheeks relax. The eyelids are soft. The brow unfurrows. The forehead releases. And finally, the entire body releases into the mat as you enjoy your Shavasana. Gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Just starting to wake the body up. And then maybe rolling your wrists and your ankles in circles to loosen the joints up. And then when you're ready, no rush at all, just rolling to one side of the body with me. Pausing for a moment. Just thanking yourself for taking time to honor this energy and honor your mind, body, spirit in this moment. And then again, when you're ready, using both hands to push yourself up. Find an easy seat with me. Legs crossed. Nice long spine. Bringing hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, for honoring the energy of the full moon, and for just honoring yourself in this moment of transition. And I bow to you in thanks. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Alright friends, you can either stop the video now or you can join me for a couple minutes of some guidance from my oracle deck as well as some journaling, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Hi friends, thanks for staying after this flow for a little full moon guidance with my oracle deck. So we're using the same deck I always use for full moons, which is the Herbal Astrology deck. Lots of really interesting insights from this deck, and I always feel really connected to it during full moons. So last time I just did kind of an intuitive pull, so I think I'm going to do that again and just kind of ask the cards what kind of energies we should be feeling, bringing in, just for a little extra guidance this time of month. There's a lot of big planetary transits on March 7th, the full moon. So I feel like this guidance is extra helpful for this time. So let's just take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's do another one. Deep breath in and exhale. Good. So let's ask the cards. What do we need to hear? What is this full moon trying to tell us? What is the message that's coming through for us? Any guidance? Any specific words? Okay. So first card is Motherwort, which is strength. Look how beautiful that is. Looks like kind of images of fertility, power with the lion, femininity, and just the strength of the female energy. Heart space looks like it's open as well. I love these images. They're so beautiful. But yeah, so I think we need to be leading with strength today, or this month, sorry. We'll keep that in mind, and I'll keep pulling. So strength, Motherwort. Whew. 2 cards. Okay, we have comp-free, which is completion. And there's a couple other really cool symbols. There's a crystal, the plant, and it looks like a sheep with a snake's tail. So completion, like completing cycles. I do know that Saturn is changing its sign, its transit on the 7th, so that's exciting. Some of us are completing cycles, starting new cycles, and moving through these with strength, I think is super important. And then Echinacea is the next card I pulled. Sorry, it's a little glary. And it says destiny. So and it's also got a snake in it with the circle. So definitely cycles are breaking. We are heading into a new phase of our lives, both collectively and individually. Things might be ending, like a new job or a relationship, friendship, family. Connections might be either strengthening or falling apart. But remember, change is always there to help you become your best self. And leading through these changes with strength is what's going to get us through this month, this energy, these planetary transits that we have going on. So let's ask for another card. I want to know what else. Okay. So tobacco, offering. So maybe sticking to our rituals, finding some grounding. This is a very earthy image, which it kind of fits with the Virgo energy, grounding and rituals like smoking things. Even just self-care rituals that you have are really important right now, and finding the strength to move through these transits, these big energy pulls, and using your rituals to kind of help ground you through all of this crazy energy that we might be feeling, right, is super important. Let's pull one more card. What else? Ooh. Okay. Last card is ashwagandha, which is purpose. So these transits, these changes, these cycles breaking, all the chakras are over here as well, are helping us to find our purpose. And leading through all of these things in a mindset of strength and using our rituals to help us get through these cycles in this next month are really going to help us to find who we really are. This is like big energy moving, big changes in your life. Sticking to your rituals, staying strong with yourself, holding your boundaries. This full moon is very big on boundaries, which I think is where the strength card comes from. Really knowing what you want and what you want your future to look like is super important with this full moon. And just finding your destiny, completing cycles, finding your purpose. This is a very inspiring pull. And yeah, so we're completing cycles. We're sticking to our rituals. We're sticking to our boundaries. And we're going through this next month with this rooted, I know what I want and I'm going to get it energy. And yeah, I think that's a great message for our Virgo full moon with all these other planetary transits, especially Saturn is finally changing, and I believe Mars is also coming out of Gemini. So there's two big planetary transits there. So if you'd like, you can journal about these. Maybe there was something I said that sparked some thoughts in you. Maybe you want to journal about your self-care practices and your rituals and just like your big dreams. Dream big on this one. Manifest the life you've always told yourself you couldn't have, or things you didn't think were accessible to you. Write them down. Why aren't they? You know, like this is a time to think big, dream big, go for what you want, and it will pay off. We're ending cycles and we're beginning new things. So it's a great time to think big and go for it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this class, enjoyed this little insight reading, and I will see you guys next month for the next full moon. Okay, bye.